What's up, guys? This is your girl Maxine here, back again with another cooking video. Today we are going to do Jamaican oxtail. So let's get straight to it. So first of all, here guys, I have my oxtail been sitting in some vinegar water, you know, like 15 to 30 minutes. So I pre-soaked it so I could get all the excess bacteria out of my meat. You could use lime juice, but I preferred using vinegar right now. So I can go straight to it and strain this off. I'm gonna put some gloves on. So here we have our vinegar water with my oxtail, and I have my oxtail not cut, you know, big. You can choose your sizes, but I rather smaller because then it will cook evenly and it would be easier to cook, because you know oxtail is something that take a longer time, and with this it's supposed to take, you know, a little bit of time than when it's very thick. So guys, here I'm gonna rinse it off a little bit more with some water, some running cold water, because I already be pre-soaked in vinegar water to take all that bacteria out. And I'm gonna show you how I do my oxtail. I know people overall use different method of cooking when they're cooking their product, but I just want to share with you how I go about doing mine. So this is my oxtail right here, and guys, this is just blended season. I never show you guys how I do it. It's similar to how I make my jerk seasoning, but it's different combination, like different seasoning. But right here, all of this seasoning is what I blended in the blender so I can make a little paste to marinate my oxtail. I'm gonna put this, rub this in here, and I'm gonna rub it in, and instead of adding all my ground ingredients, what I did a combination mix of my seasoning and make an all-purpose seasoning. So pretty much all that I have here, which is salt, onion powder, paprika, you know, although black pepper, oxtail seasoning, and all this, I mix them, I combine them together and make me my all-purpose seasoning. So here is my all-purpose seasoning. I'm gonna use like 1 tablespoon, and guys, you can use your eyes to season this. Like, you would know exactly how much to put in it. And I'm gonna use a little bit of browning. Look at it, it's already have a little bit of color, but you want to get a little bit more browning to it. So I'm gonna add like a tablespoon of my Grace browning. Please do not add too much browning, because you don't want to get this bitter, because the browning can make it taste bitter. So I'm gonna use like a, not even a full, you know, tablespoon of browning to it. And I'm gonna put on another glove and marinate this in here. You don't want to get it too black, guys, so and look at it. For the finishing product for this, I would go and marinated it for at least 24 hours. So if you want to use this, if you're going to cook oxtail, say tomorrow, best if you marinated it from today, cover it and put it in your refrigerator. Trust me, the taste is gonna be phenomenal. So if you're gonna cook oxtail for the next day, say I want oxtail dinner for tomorrow, then today would be the day for you to season your oxtail. Cover it with plastic wrap, whatever, you know, food container you want to store your meat in. Put it in your freezer, let it sit for at least 24 hours. The marination would really soak into your meat, and you will get a better finishing product at the end. So this is where I'm going to show you how I do my oxtail. You can sear it with oil, whatever oil you want, but for me personally, I don't think searing my oxtail with oil will help me from running away from the grease. This is a meat that is very oily, so for me to cut out some of the fat from what is here and to add more to it, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna braise my oxtail in my oven for like 10-15 minutes. So I'm gonna place my oxtail here, and guys, I just want to show you this, so I'm gonna go straight ahead and make my oxtail today. But for you to do it, please do it the next day. So season it today if you know you want oxtail for dinner tomorrow. So I just want to go right into it because it's still gonna give me a good flavor. But I always season my meat a day before, but I wanted to show you, so I'm gonna go straight into it and show you what I did with my oxtail. Instead of adding grease to it, I'm gonna go ahead and put my oxtail in the oven to braise for like 10-15 minutes, just to burn off the excess fat off it. So look at it, and I'm gonna shove it in the oven, and it's gonna catch color too, so don't worry about, oh, you gotta sear it on the stove top. You don't have to. You can put it in your oven. This is where I always put my oxtail. Here, guys, are gonna be the finishing product of my oxtail at the end. So I have the green scallion, onion diced. This is the white onion. I have thyme. Some people put whatever they want in it. I'm gonna add carrot and green pepper, garlic, pepper. I already have pepper in it, so I won't, but I just show you what I'm gonna put into it because I already put pepper into the paste that I just used at the beginning of my process, and I don't want it too hot, so I'm gonna not use it, but I want to let you know that this is what I put. So these are the items that I put in it, like the onion, the scallion, the thyme, the garlic, pepper, and I tip a little bit of soya sauce. Please be careful with your soya sauce because it has salt in it, and you don't want to get too salty. So be careful how you go about using your soya sauce, but it adds a little, you know, pop to it. So here I already have these diced up, and my onion is already cut. So what I'm gonna do, in the meantime my oxtail is braising, I will be just chopping up these garlic, because guys, let me tell you the secret of my cooking. Not because you already blend these seasoning and season your meat, say for instance from yesterday, you're about to cook it today. Put more fresh seasoning to it. That's a wow. That's where you put more flavor to your seasoning. So don't say, oh, I already blend it. If you know you want 1 cup of onion, please marinated it in half cup of onion like the day before, and at your finishing product you use the other half a cup of onion to finish your product, and then you're gonna get both yesterday and today's kick, and that's gonna bring out the flavor up into your meat, whatever you're seasoning. So if it's 1 cup of whatever item you're gonna season you're gonna use, and you don't want to overpower it with seasoning, my suggestion is use half of the amount the day before, and when you're cooking on the day off, you use the other half as a fresh seasoning, and then you're gonna get a blast of the taste. That's the secret. Maybe you have different ideas, but I'm just showing you some of my ideas that I'm very successful with, because I have been cooking for people, and everybody been asking me how you do your oxtail, show me how to do it. So I decided to make a video and show everybody how I go about doing my oxtail. And I'm gonna be chopping my garlic right here. I'm chopping my garlic right here, because this is what I will be putting in the pot when it comes to a boil to finish off my cooking. And that's my garlic. And here I will be doing my, some people know it as scallion, some people know it as green onion. So this is my scallion that I will be adding. As I say, I pre-cut those before. And now I'm going to be chopping my scallion. And guys, if you don't have a knife skill, don't try this at home with your knife like that. It takes time and dedication, else you're going to lose your finger. LOL. So let me take this out. So this is what's going to go to the end. Okay guys, after 15 minutes in the oven with my braised oxtail, let's see how it come out. See? Look at all this oil that I get from my oxtail. So just imagine if I had seared it off in the grease, I would be adding more grease to grease. This is all the grease that I get from the oxtail. So burn it in the oven. It's worked perfect. And this is not burnt. It's just braised and browning, give it all this beautiful color. So it's just like if you seared it in the grease, then you will get this same browning color. But I braised mine in the oven, and look at all this grease right here. And this is what I'm running for. So I would never try to do it on my stove top with oil, because I'm trying to get away from the oil. So I think this is more smarter to do. I mean, everybody cooks different, but I chose to do it this way because for me, I'm getting rid of the excess oil that is already on the oxtail. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna transfer it from here and put it in the pot, and I will be pressuring my oxtail for 10 minutes to get it tender, and then I'm gonna simmer it down with my seasoning that I showed you earlier. So I'm gonna be adding some water to it. I'll be pressuring it for 10 minutes just to get it tender. And it all depends on the size of the meat. All depends on the size of the meat, then you're gonna want, you know, a little bit more time. But this oxtail is not too thick, so the size is right, so it won't take a long time to pressure. So I'll be putting it in here, and I will be pressuring it for at least 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna finish it on the top. So I'll be adding my seasoning. A little bit more water because I don't want too much liquid in it, and I don't want too little bit. And guys, when I simmering it down, that's when I'm going to be adding my carrots, because I don't like my carrots to be mushy. But you can depending on how you like your vegetable in your oxtail, then you could do it, and you could use whatever vegetable of your choice in there. And I'm gonna be adding a little bit more seasoning to it because I just used water, so I'm gonna be putting a little bit more seasoning to it, and I will be covering it up. And there you go, 10 minutes time. Okay guys, after 10 minutes in the pressure cooker, I turned it off, simmer it on the stove top with my butter bean. If you have lima bean would go perfect with it also, but I don't have any lima bean, so I use butter bean. So I use 1 can of butter bean to this, and I also add my ketchup and my carrot, and I let it simmer for another 10 minutes. So 10 minutes in my pressure cooker, 10 minutes on the stove top, and that's when I add my final ingredients, my butter bean, ketchup, and my carrot. And as I say, if you have lima bean would go perfect with it, but I don't have lima bean, so I use butter bean. And look how pretty it is, brown, which we were, you know, trying to get because I do it in my oven and I didn't have to add any oil to it. Let's cut into it and see how soft it is. You see this? Look how soft. Very soft. Easy come off the bone. And that's what you wanted. Easy, very easy. Look, I don't even have to cut it. I can just scrape it off. See? Very soft oxtail. And the texture, the color, everything is perfect the way how I wanted it. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, share my video, leave me a comment, and if it's the first time you're tuning into this channel, welcome, and thank you guys for all your love and your support. And please, before we go, don't remember to turn on your notification bell, so whenever time I drop my new videos, you'll be alert. Thanks guys, bye until my next video.